welcome. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to go upside down in this one. So, getting over your fear of handstands, playing a little bit, allowing yourself to fall, all of that comes into play. And it's something you have to practice every day. Some people can get it, they understand it, they get it, and they're there straight away. Others of us have to work at it. So I'm going to give you a few tips. So when it comes through my practices, it says handstand practice, you have some options. You don't have to do exactly what we're doing on the video. Stay with where you are, but here's some ways to build up that strength. So if you can do downward facing dog, you're halfway there. You'll need a wall and your mat, maybe your cat, depending if they're going to join you today, or a dog. What you're going to do is you're going to come first next to the wall. So go ahead and come right next to the wall, toes tucked under, extend one leg out, remove that, and then shift your weight forward. Then you're going to place your hands on either side of that foot, bring that foot back, so you're in a tabletop position. And then from here, your feet are plugged against the wall, your balls of your feet on the bottom, press into the hands, lift the hips, think downward facing dog. Little shortened stance here. And this might be where you practice. This might be where you are in strength-wise. Pressing, it's a little shorter downward dog, putting a little bit more pressure in the arms, but try to grow your sideways. So try not to kind of hunch forward, bend the elbows, press into the hands, draw the belly toward the thighs, and then try and lengthen the side waist. From here, you're going to start to press your feet into the wall and come into an L shape. Try not to bring the feet way up here. That's going to be way harder. Try not to let the chest come forward like a push-up. Draw in through the belly. Press the feet into the wall. Really press. Draw up, lift the hips. Look toward your hands. And breathe. Over time, maybe one leg reaches point through the toe. Look to the hands. And then maybe the other leg. Press into that wall. Keep pressing into those hands. And then maybe as you come down, all the way, take a moment in child's pose. And then just notice how that felt. If you felt confident, if you're feeling good there, stay there maybe a couple more rounds. If you're ready to move on a little bit, doing a couple hops. Again, this takes the fear. You have to get over that fear factor that you have of crashing into the wall. But know the wall's there to support you, right? It's a sturdy thing. You're usually not going to kick over a wall. If you don't really have a wall space, you can have a person spot you, but the wall is a great thing to have. Again, you're going to come into that downward dog, that little shortened stance. Make sure you have a good, maybe 6 inches or so, 5 or 6 inches from the wall. Don't be right next to the wall because your head will hit, so you want to have a little bit of space there. Spread through the hands, tuck the toes, lift those hips. Come to that shortened downward dog. Now what you want to do is you want to shift your hips forward so that your shoulders come right over those wrists. So once those shoulders are right over those wrists, look to your fingers and then step 1 foot forward. This is going to be your power leg. It's going to lift you up. Take the opposite leg, lift it to the ceiling. Pull in through the belly, shift the hips forward, and then bend that bottom leg, kick the top leg up. And you might not make it. It might take a couple kicks. You kick, and then maybe one day you kick hard enough, that bottom leg follows, your heels are against the wall. Press into the hands, grow long, spread through the toes. Lower the tailbone, or lengthen the tailbone to the ceiling, and keep looking at your fingers. Pull in through the lower belly, lengthen, breathe, and then when you're ready to come down, one leg comes down, other leg comes down, and child's pose. Take a few breaths. And just check in how that felt. Maybe when you're up there, your whole backside was against the wall. Try to slowly bring your hips away. Next part from this point is balancing a little bit, drawing both feet away from the wall. So again, all of that's just finding your length and strength through your lower belly, lengthening that belly. Because a lot of times when we get on our hands, we tend to arch our back. And so then it's really hard to keep our balance and we keep tipping backwards. So I'm going to kind of show you both if I can today. So again, from here, nice and close to the wall. Plant those hands, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Shift the weight forward so those wrists and shoulders are in line. Press into the hands, press and round into the spine. Maybe step the opposite foot forward. Give that other leg a lift. Bend into the knee. Take an inhale and exhale, kick it up. Let the leg follow and then maybe fall back down. Try again. Bend in the knee and kick it up. Good. Now maybe you're here. right? There's that arch in that back. You're pressing the chest forward. See if you can pull in through the lower belly. Lengthen the tailbone, so just your heels are touching. Now press into the hands, lengthen, spread through the toes, and then see if you can bring both heels away from the wall at the same time. And breathe. And then maybe come down. Hard to do on top at the same time. Give that a few tries. Give it a try, see if you can get it at the same time. One thing you want to try not to do is once you're up there, a lot of people get up there, they straighten one leg, and then this foot comes and it's tap, 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 and then they end up falling. They don't really ever find their balance. Try to get it so you're having both legs come off the wall at the same time. So bend the knees and then try to straighten both legs at the same time. Trying to bring that straight up. As you get better, maybe moving away from the wall. I've bored my cat. Placing those hands a little bit further away from the wall. Lift the hips, lift those legs, stack, bend, and kick it up. And then slowly start to straighten the legs up at the same time. And then just play. Playing's fun. I love playing. I haven't mastered this yet. I love finding new ways, but every day just go upside down, explore, have fun, and stay with where you are. Thanks for tuning in. Happy handstanding. Namaste.